you can make the trip in from the burbs.
Craig, you remember Tristan?
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's great to see you again.
He's Charlie's boyfriend, Craig.
Oh, no, totally. I remember.
It was one double day when we first started seeing each other. We didn't know it was going to be so serious.
You've met him 3 times, Craig.
Oh.
It'll come back to you.
Anyway, how's everything been with you guys?
Oh, great. We finally got around to the renovation.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, so dude, get this. My boss just bought this painting, but it's not even a painting. It's literally just solid white. Like,
Oh, who's the artist?
That doesn't matter. The point is it costs $300,000.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is a very expensive painting. Do you guys know anything about the work? Is it a large painting or famous artist or what?
oh, it's not even art, man.
Well,
It's
Craig's boss thinks he knows a lot about art. Honestly, though, I don't think you can count a solid white painting as art. Anyone can paint a solid white painting.
yeah.
Well, if you think about it, Ad Reinhardt did a whole series of solid black paintings in the 50s that were solely intended to make you stop and think.
Well, John Cage wrote a 3.5-minute piece of music with no sound. Is that music?
Well, what makes something art?
Anything that takes effort to make.
Okay, so if someone designs a mass-produced cup, is the cup art?
We did get those nice monographed mugs from Target.
Monographed? I don't think so. I'm sure there was some effort put into the design, appealing to a larger audience.
But what makes it art?
Anything that takes a creative process, anything with patience and focus.
Why does it need anything more than intention?
What? What do you mean by that?
Okay, so I go to Michael's, right? I go and I buy one of those blank paintings, and I hang it up on the wall. That's art.
Why not?
What?
What? No, it's not.
Okay, let's talk about this later, okay?
Hear that? I can hear
Yo,
that.
Ches! Your sister's here.
Tristan.
Okay, Valerie. Craig. Good to see you. Guys, I'm so glad you could make it. Thanks for coming out. This is Professor Tane. He was on my thesis advisory committee.
Charlie, please. We both know that role no longer has that much significance. You're no longer my student.
It is so nice to meet you.
Antius, your position on that committee started to be less important to you as you started working on your own book.
Oh, yeah, Charlie, didn't you write a book about people? I mean buildings for people.
All the buildings are from people.
Yes, she's talking about my dissertation, which focuses on human-centered design, specifically that the initial ideation of a space is insignificant when compared to the post-creative community. Simply put, the architect designs the work, the people create the space.
Interesting.
So where is the movie star?
Isn't she an architect?
She's over yonder. You guys should make yourselves at home. Please.
Emily won the award. This is our going away party. She's an architect.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I am
joke.
so proud of her. An opportunity like this has been such a long time coming.
I couldn't agree more. She invests so much of herself into her work. I wish more people could appreciate that.
Okay, so is architecture art?
Yes.
Yes, Craig.
Okay.
So, what's your move update?
It's not really set in stone. The project doesn't start for several months.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were leaving next week. So, did you get your degree from Columbia?
No. WashU in St. Louis.
No way. That's awesome. I had some friends go there, but for biomedical engineering. One was the valedictorian. So, what brought you to Chicago?
Grew up in Chicago.
Seriously? That's crazy. I can't imagine growing up in a city like this. The first time I tried to get an Uber was an absolute shit show.
Emily, can I steal you in the kitchen for just a second? I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
I will bring her back to you in just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
So, I want to let you know that Tristan, my sister, and Craig are here. I know, but he's already found the snack, so he's otherwise occupied. But I'm wondering when you want me to get the champagne going.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. No, it's fine right now. Actually, I don't know. How do people do this in York?
What are you going to do in New York when you don't have me to throw your parties for you?
What makes you think you're not coming with me? me.
I would, but I actually have a life here in Chicago.
Good luck getting another promotion without a PhD.
You know I haven't done enough work for a PhD in my life.
I've read your book.
Speaking of, let me tell you the title of Antios Tane's new book, Obelisks of the Now, Fazler Khan and Monoliths in the Western Space.
Oh, fuck me.
I know.
Nothing is built without a foundation.
I'm not being overbearing, am I? This party's going how you want it to?
Oh, no. Everything's great.
All right. Well, it looks like Craig and Antios are having a conversation, which means that Craig is about 30 seconds from his brain melting out of his ears. I'll be back with him in just a bit, I promise.
Hi, Char.
Hey, Chels.
It's Chelsea.
I'm so glad you could make it. I have a Sophie in the fridge just for you.
I'm doing dry July.
Well, fortunately, it's not July.
No, Emily, the way the front entrance flows into the central space reminds me of Charlie's design solution in the community center charrette the summer of his 4th year.
I have to take a look at his work, considering I don't recall his design, but if you pay attention to the way the promenade mirrors the conditions in the square adjacent to the property, you can't deny it's a perfect integration within the existing urban fabric.
You're right, but you should take a look at it. He came up with some very thoughtful egresses that could prove helpful in influencing any additional ideations. So tell me, who's going to be on your team? Anyone I would know? I could reach out to Theo's Theater for you. He's in New York already.
Actually, it's through my firm. We've already incorporated with the Secretary of State and are in the process of setting up financing through a hedge fund in Stanford. The project was even featured.
Oh, I wasn't aware. I thought you would be working under Vinoli Architects.
What? What would make you think that?
You know, Antios, Emily's firm has been growing over the past years and is now regarded as one of the top firms in Chicago and is probably well respected in New York already.
Oh, I wasn't aware. I thought I'd read somewhere that she would be working under Vinoli.
If you look at the work, it is indicative of Emily's style.
Ah, she always pulled inspiration from Tadao Ando in school. Didn't you love Tadao, Emily?
All great artists derive inspiration from one another.
Some more than others. Nothing is built without a foundation.
Some less than others. Regardless of novelty, there is something to be said for the way Emily has always taken historical context into account.
Emily! Congrats! Oh my gosh, your place smells so good, and look at you. You are beaming. That dress is fire. Hi, Dr. Thane. Do you mind if I borrow her for just a second? Thanks. How are you? Good. I saw Tristan here. It is so cool that you guys are able to remain friends after everything you've been through.
Chelsea, for the 100th time, that was 7 years ago, and besides, plenty of gay men hook up with women before they come out. I shouldn't have even told you about that.
Well, maybe I keep bringing it up because you haven't dated anybody since then. Sam's here. He's super boring, but he's here. You may not get married, but you better jump on that before I do.
Okay.
So, how is the move going?
Did you happen to overhear what was going on back there?
Yep, I overheard most of it. You know, for as long as you and Charlie have been friends, you think he'd have your back on something like that.
It's not personal, Chelsea. It's just work. Anyway, how is the onboarding working out?
Maybe you don't take it personally, but God, you guys have known each other, what, your whole lives? This is such a wonderful opportunity for you, and you've worked so hard to get to where you are. And like you always said, you were never the favorite in the class. Charlie, you weren't promoted at work on time. Charlie, this place is pretty crowded. Charlie, and then there's Tristan, and it's
Chelsea,
like...
I really don't need to hear this right now.
Okay, well, somebody's got to talk to him.
Wine?
You want a glass?
I know Sam's looking pretty thirsty.
No.
Anyway, come back to the party.
Can I just stay here?
No.
Go have fun. No.
Oh, new chairs. West Elm, clocked.
God, how did I not know?
Mingle.
So is Emily still single? She was kind of cute, you know?
Does she strike you as the girlfriend type?
Great to see you, Val. Craig, did the exterminator I recommend take care of that rat problem?
Oh, yeah, thanks again. Man, was he nice, but shit, was he expensive. Wish we had Hurricane Emily to talk him down, right? Whoa.
Enjoy the party.
And I'll tell you, I love a woman who believes in something. You know?
Oh, thank you, Sam. I mean, most men hate strong women.
Don't worry about that.
It's just a shame Emily couldn't stick to her roots though and build something like this here in Chicago. I mean, people never want to get back to the city they grew up in.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't think that trees belong on buildings. Trees belong in the ground. This whole movement around green architecture is such bullshit.
The trees are nature's architecture.
I just don't understand why everyone's all over her design. It's like she has no faith in her ability to emulate nature, so she has to soften the harshness with green.
The best way to sustain is to not make.
Well, the times I've interacted with Emily have been difficult to say the least. Brilliant mind, not amiable.
I totally get where you're coming from, but she's got to.
Well, look, she's very successful, and it's not a bad design. Clearly, her career is only going in one direction. It just behooves everyone here to stay on her good side. I mean, why do you think everyone is here clawing at her coattail? I'm just saying, it's not enough.
You bought a gun?
Who told you that?
Well, I was talking to Sam. It just seems contradictory to the conversations we've had.
I've been on my own since I was 14, Gwen.
Everyone's alone, Emily. You don't even be safe. You're just gonna hurt yourself. I can't believe you do this. I mean, what happens when you have to use it?
Then I use it.
On who, Emily?
Oh, we have a Second Amendment for a reason.
Okay, that's not the conversation I'm trying to have right now. Thank you.
Okay, I know the point you're trying to make, Gwen.
So? I agree with you, Gwen. Thank you.
No one throws a party like you do.
It's really happening, isn't it?
Oh, she's not leaving for another couple of weeks.
But she is leaving in another couple of weeks.
It's gonna be nice though, you know, to have somewhere to go outside of Chicago.
You mean other than your parents' house?
Don't even start.
It'll be an adjustment. We've lived within a mile of each other our entire lives. We used to talk about our children growing up together, but now, who knows? Maybe it's still in the cards.
Yeah, don't write it off. And you never know, maybe we'll end up in New York one day. You know I love it there. And, you know, no matter the distance, you two will always be family.
You're right. I'm just really, really gonna miss her. Things won't be the same.
Did you finish your toast?
Tonight is not the night for that.
Tonight is the only night for that.
I just don't want to have to deal with another hurricane.
FEMA's ready, and she deserves it. Now.
Now?
You want a walkout song?
Yeah. That would be very nice. Emily? Are you busy at the moment? I just want to say in front of everyone here tonight that we have been inseparable for the past 30 years, save for the time my parents sent me to Mount Carmel. And I can't begin to imagine what the next chapter will look like for you. But I am certain that your intensity will drive you to success. Not only do we go to college together, but we eventually ended up at the same firm. And despite advancing at different speeds, you eventually outpaced me, as we all knew you would. As long as you studied architecture, you created spaces that have cradled the human spirit, and I have wanted to walk through each and every one of them. Not least of all, this design. The rightful winner of New York's 55th AIA East Village Park Prize Award. And to see your dreams come to fruition through your own firm when the New York DDC decided to include your award-winning design in the skyline. Your thoughtful use of materials is indicative of New York's history and culture. The work will coalesce within the city's urban fabric wonderfully. I am so proud of you. And I can only imagine how proud Artie and Rose would be. I know we all wish they could be here. No matter what life has thrown at you, you have always found a way to dodge. You are the hardest worker I know and the most brilliant creative I have ever had the privilege of working with. You have been my best friend, my matchmaker, my compass. You'll be leaving a void in Chicago. New York has no idea the jewel it's about to inherit. Emily, I'll miss you like hell.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
You just had to.
Emily, what's going on? Are you okay?
Tristan, not right now.
What do you need?
Back off! I'm not gonna fuck you again.
Oh. Em, where is this coming from?
Why don't you go and enjoy Charlie's party?
Look, I know that it's hard that you're leaving Chicago, and this is the last time you're gonna see everyone together, but this party was for you. It is for you. Everyone out there is here for you. No, we'll all be outside waiting because everyone wants to give you one more hug before you go.
I've gone through what I just said at least 10 times, and I'm trying to figure out what went wrong.
No. You don't need to apologize. It was a good toast.
I don't understand. I feel so sad and confused and upset. I knew something would make Emily unhappy at this party, and I've been trying so hard to make it not me.
It's not you.
I know it's not me. But it helps me process if I blame myself. I know you're just trying to make me feel better, but I can't be so naive to act like it's not at least a little bit me. It's okay. This just hurts a lot. I know we joke about Hurricane Emily, but I knew something would happen eventually. She can't even be in the same room with people without losing it.
You're right. But this is an extraordinary circumstance. She's moving to New York.
That's true. Alright. I'm gonna need to feel this out a little bit later, but for now, this party needs to end. I'm gonna go out and start cleaning things up, and hopefully people will get the hint.
Emily's acting a little out of character tonight. I'm concerned about her.
I know. She knows that all of us are here to celebrate her, so you'd think that she'd be excited to have us here.
I can see owning a gun in Chicago.
I've never seen her act like this.
Who does she think she is? I mean, she's not some knight that's gonna start saving people.
Right.
I'm exhausted of this argument that good guys with guns are the only ones who are gonna defeat bad guys with guns. Why does everyone need to own a gun? If nobody owns
bound to happen. I try not to imagine what people might do.
I don't even know her that well, so I can't say.
I only asked because she had a reputation for sleeping out of college. She's probably right.
I don't know. I think think she's always been that way. That's why she's only friends with Charlie. I don't think anyone likes her very much.
She's cool.
No, Craig, she's unstable.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Emily?
Don't you say a fucking word. We all loved your toast, Charlie. It was wonderful. Thank you. And thank you for pushing me out of that awful firm. Don't interrupt me. Not again. For once in your fucking life, let this be about me. Are you crying? You don't get to cry right now. I'm hurt. Me, Charlie. You're the disaster. All this chaos is because of you. You crushed me for that promotion and never let me forget that every idea I've ever had was somehow yours first. You copied me. Not all of us have brilliance dropped on us like a rock. And you had the audacity to insult my work in front of everyone. You stole my promotion. You stole my ideas. You stole Tristan. I don't want to be alone, Charlie. I know I'm not the easiest to be with, and I know I'm not perfect. But I'm certainly acceptable as a partner. I am acceptable, but you make me unacceptable. You, on the other hand, you've always had everything. Everything I've ever wanted. You've always had it, Charlie. You were my brother. But I guess I'm the only one who felt that way. You took my fucking family from me. When my parents died, where were you? Prep school? You were still my neighbor. I was 14, Charlie. You were still my best friend, and you took everything from me. You have it all. You have everything, Charlie. What about me? What about me? I don't have anything.
You are my everything. You are the world to me. You have completely changed the course of my life. I'd be nothing without you. I'd have nothing. You're right. I'm sorry. I had no idea that I had done any of that. If I had known, I'd have done things completely differently. I'm so sorry. I've been blind to everything.
You have, Charlie. You're a bad friend.
I am. You're right. I'm so sorry. Why do you have that gun?
I don't know, Charlie.
you.